And now, Knock 2 Studios presents Common Censored.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Common Censored. I'm Lord Sterling.
It's your boy Truckfit Dre.
And how's your weekend been so far? You saw the Hunger Games last night, right?
Yeah, bro,
What'd
it
you think?
is. You could kind of compare it to what Agenda 2030 is, bro. It's kind of scary. So the first observation that I made is that you know when the United Nations comes in, they call their troops peacekeepers.
Peacekeepers, right?
Yeah. So the army, what happened was the army it was a one world government, so they called the armed forces peacekeepers, and there was no more enemies, so the enemy became the people. And you had the capital, which was the 15-minute cities, and if you were a dissident, then they had the zones, which the have-nots lived in the zones, people like you and me who are not going to conform. And basically, let's say if you made a plan, or anybody that you knew made a plan to get out of the zones and rebel against the capital, then they would kill you in front of all of the people and televise it. And
even if it was just somebody that you knew.
Even if it was just somebody you knew and you didn't know of the plan, you would get killed too on the pretense of treason.
Sounds like the Chinese social credit score, how if you have friends that have a low score, it drags your score down too.
Yeah. So also the Hunger Games, it became a stadium where basically they would send the people from the zone 12 at a time, and they would battle each other to the death. And the ultimate win was to get inside of the Capitol, and they would televise this shit. Like they would televise it. And the only people that got to see it was the people that lived in the Capitol. The zones, they didn't get to watch it. It was odd, and they called these people tributes. And another way you could say tribute is a sacrifice. We know that the powers that be, they love sacrifices, right? So literally watching human sacrifice on television, it was sick and demented. I tried to enjoy it, but the way that you can compare it to what Agenda 2030 is, it's like I really couldn't enjoy it. I didn't like it because I know the powers that be are showing us what they're going to do intentionally, because it's a part of their law, is that you have to notify the people of what you're going to do, but they just do it through movies.
Predictive programming.
So I really didn't enjoy it, and I tried to like tell my family exactly what it was, and like they wasn't trying to hear it. They just think it's a movie. So you can think it's a movie if you want, but
yeah, it's definitely more than a movie for sure.
It's definitely more than a movie. So yeah, man, it's on biblical proportion of what's to come. So it definitely is good. It's a good cinematic. It's good cinema. I'll tell you that. If you guys just want to go watch it and see it for what it is, then yeah, it's a good movie. But it's if you look at what's going on right now, I'm telling you right now, it's more than a movie. The scarcity of food, everything is controlled. I mean, it was crazy, bro. And they're literally using the troops against its own people. So,
dude, I remember back in the day in like 2012 era when when the Hunger Games movies, the original ones, were coming out. There's some woman that was on there with Alex Jones breaking down all the similarities between Agenda 21, or now Agenda 2030, and the Hunger Games, where there's a global government, they divide the globe into sectors, and they force those sectors to compete over resources. It's basically the plan.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was it was eerie to watch it, but it was a good cinema. But I couldn't enjoy it. Shit, I couldn't enjoy
Yeah,
it, man.
I
I
feel
couldn't
you.
enjoy the shit. Yeah,
I have the same
it was
problem when I'm watching stuff like that. Every once in a while, it can slide if it's really good, but sometimes I just can't overpower
yeah.
the knowledge of seeing what I'm actually seeing, what they're really trying to present.
What they're trying to present. Yeah. And I told my significant other, I was like, you know what peacekeepers are, right? And she was like, no, what are I said, the United Nations, the armed troops, they call them peacekeepers when they come into countries. And she looked at me, her eyes are wide open. It's like she want to accept what I'm saying, but she, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She don't want to, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
yeah,
That
but
normalcy bias,
yeah, so and I get it, you know what I mean? You don't want to think that these are the things that they're trying to do, but man,
for sure, for
it's
sure.
really what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I
It's really
wish
what
I
they're
was
trying to do.
wrong. Openly
Yeah,
say, "Please be wrong. I hope I'm
exactly.
crazy. If I'm crazy, that
Exactly.
sucks for me, but it's good for the rest of the world." I'm willing to take that hit if
Most
that's the
definitely.
truth.
Most
So yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
oh,
bro.
go
It
ahead.
was
Go ahead.
pretty good. My bad, my bad. Shout out to all of the people that are in the chat.
Blue
Edward, what's
Eyes,
up, bro?
welcome, new chatter.
Blue Eyes, yeah. Alicia,
Ed
Mama Mac, what's
Hoskins,
up, sweetheart? Mama. Yeah. Everybody's
Academics Denim, what's
yeah, man.
up?
Everybody's in here, bro.
Yeah, welcome back. Thanks for being here, Blue Eyes. I don't recognize your name, so welcome. And that's a cool avatar you've got there. I saw Mama
Most
Mac mentioning that Javier Milei has won the Argentina presidency. Did you hear about that?
savage. He is a
Savage,
savage. Bro,
dude.
I didn't know who he was until today, and I watched one of his
Oh
clips
wow.
talking about the leftists and like how like if you don't agree with them, they want to kill you. And he called him he called him leftards. I was like, bro, this dude is savage.
That's what Salty calls him.
I was like, holy shit, bro. And
Fuck yeah.
he's saying all of it in Spanish. So I was like, bro, he is going in. Like, yeah, I like that guy. 97% chance of winning the election. Like
They
it
call him
seems
the
like at least they
Argentinian
got
Trump.
yeah. I didn't know this, bro. I mean, at least they have real and fair elections over there, you know. I mean, I
Yeah,
wish that's something that
at least for the
well,
moment.
yeah, yeah. At least they have fair elections over there. So that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? It definitely put a prick in George Soros's ass. So
For sure.
I'm with it.
Tucker Carlson interviewed Milei a couple months ago on X. I
Oh,
saw a couple clips from it, but it was big, So we're gonna have to check that out.
whoa.
Maybe we like
Most
watch
definitely.
that. Skim through that
Yeah.
tomorrow or something.
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
I've got a clip of him winning, his his celebration as he gets the news here. Let's check this out.
Savage.
So badass.
Who wouldn't want that guy as the president? All of that energy, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super exciting. Super exciting. Great photo from here.
That's
Is this
awesome.
guy a based right-wing anti-Semitic nationalist or another Shabbos Goy on the Jew plantation? Oh, reading comments over here. I'm not saying any of this. Hilarious. So yeah, that's really great news. Super glad to see that. They call him the Argentinian Trump, right?
Yeah. That's the first
So
thing that
good.
I've seen. Literally, like the Argentinian Trump wins the election in Argentina, and then it was like a screenshot of the projections. It was like 97%. Like I was
Damn.
like, that's crazy. And that was
That's so
before the
dope.
actual numbers came out, but it was like, yeah, he was for sure going to be the president. Kind of like, if things were correct over here, what you would see. I think it
Oh
would be like
yeah, big time.
65% Trump, 35%, the other people.
For sure,
But
for sure.
you know, never
Elections
gonna
are
see that.
rigged, just like the
Yeah.
media. And we have some stuff about the media being rigged here. I think this is a clip from I can't remember which documentary, but there was a leaked conversation from David Rockefeller about thanking the media for their silence. Let's listen to this. This was from a while ago, but oh, whoops.
and former CFR
Sorry
Chairman
about that.
David
Hold on a sec.
Rockefeller.
Here we go.
91 closed-door meeting of fellow internationalists, billionaire and former CFR Chairman David Rockefeller praised his media allies, but his confidence that his words would not leave the room was later broken.
We are grateful to the Washington Post, the New York Times, Time Magazine, and other publications whose directors have attended our meetings and restricted their promises of discretion for almost 40 years. It would have been impossible for us to develop our plan for the world if we had been subject to the right kinds of publicity. But the world is now more sophisticated and prepared to march toward a world government.
That these men aim to create a world system of financial control in private hands, able to dominate the political system of each country and the economy of the world as a whole. In short, they seek total and quiet control of the entire world.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Apparently, he also had a role in the creation of the education system, which some people may not be aware of. Let me pull up the link over here. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay, here we go. There's the link. Grab that. Put it up here. We got the Between Two Ferns meme going on over here with Zach Galifianakis. Me trying to make small talk. Did you know the Rockefellers created the public school system? That's what I feel like in real life. But there's some information over here. Philanthropist John D. Rockefeller helped create the General Education Board because, quote, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. During the late 19th and 20th century, industrialization was booming. Factories and industries grew, which created a need for a skilled and trained workforce to operate machinery and carry out tasks for mass production. Many of us stepped out of the mass production of education, and we couldn't be happier with the choice to raise thinkers, with our choice to raise thinkers, not workers. And apparently there's 4+ million homeschoolers who have stepped off of the conveyor belt of collectivist education, which is good to hear.
Awesome. That's really good to hear. You know, you got parents taking their kids' education into their own hands. So,
yep. And it made me think of this quote from David Rockefeller's book, Memoirs, page 405. I got the number wrong. You can see in my Google search here, I searched for page 305, but it's page 405. Alex Jones style mistake. And read this quote. This is bonkers, dude. This is in his book, Memoirs. Some even believe we, the Rockefeller family, are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing me and my family as internationalists and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty. And I'm proud of it.
Yeah, that's why you're
dead.
Oh, did I say that?
He is dead now.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I know he is.
Yeah.
He's burning in hell right now.
Good. Absolutely. He's he's doing something with Satan right now.
Guaranteed.
So he admits to being guilty of conspiring to work against the best interests of the United States as part of a secret cabal to create a one world political and economic structure. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than that. Anybody who's doubting that there's a conspiracy for globalism, check out David Rockefeller's book Memoirs, page 405, where he admits openly to the scheme. Did you ever seen that quote before?
I actually seen it in Freedom of Fascism.
Nice, dude.
Back in 2005.
Nice.
Yeah, bro, when it first came out. Yeah, that's when I kind of I was already up on Alex and Infowars.com. And I kind of got real deep into it. And then I got into, Freedom of Fascism. And then I started my descent down the rabbit hole once again. So And it just got deeper and deeper and deeper, and it led me to where I'm at right now, bro. So
Yep, more tunnels in every direction. For sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
You sent this to me yesterday, something that we're definitely going to have to talk about. Major news coming out of California. Arrested. Top Hollywood agent's son hired day laborers to move trash bags full of bodies and body parts.
And
Dude.
and what's so crazy about this is, so the people who came that he hired were all of I believe of Asian descent, and they got these bags and they realized that they're extremely heavy. So they opened the bags, they found what was in it, they returned and put them in his driveway. They went to I believe it was Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, to police department, to basically report this. They turned him away and told him to call 911. Literally, that's what happened.
It's so weird.
So, yeah, bro. But yeah, let's go ahead and play this. You know,
sure. Let's check it out. See what this lady's saying.
Okay, everybody. So we're watching people run and hide and try to get rid of the evidence. And it's pretty urgent that this is happening, compared to, you'd think it would have happened when they got Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm just saying. But everybody just sat there and nobody's reported a thing.
Just for the record, we are at Red Pill XXX, Red Pill XXX on BitChute. And this is Natasha TX, Natasha from Texas. Looks like that's her up in the corner there talking. So this looks like it's her actual channel, just so you guys know. BitChute, another great YouTube alternative source.
Now, the other day, they broke a story that they, had arrested 3 people that were running a brothel from Massachusetts to DC. And that should scare all the blackmailed politicians and judges and governors and all of that stuff.
We coming.
And you'd think they'd be scared. But Pedogate is having a new thing where not only is all of it coming out all over the place, and this is the stuff they suppressed to rig 2020. So it's, but this is from the Business Insider. So they're so pro-left that it's hard to believe they're actually doing this kind of reporting. And what's even scarier,
bro, do you think that we should just go ahead and post the link and go straight to Rumble?
I was just gonna say that too. You're like reading my mind. That's what I was thinking about at that moment. I was like, huh. Yeah. All right. We're gonna switch over to Rumble.
We have no choice.
We've got a limited time frame tonight. But we want to thank everybody for joining us. Our RCCC new chatter. Welcome to the club, buddy. Thank you, everybody on YouTube.
It's not just because we got limited time. It's because the content that we're about to cover, I'm pretty sure that FluffTube does not like this type of content, and we don't want to get another strike, because if we get another strike, then we won't be able to post. Yeah, we won't be able to post on FluffTube for 7 days. So.
All right, so let me grab the link over here for Rumble, and if you would all be so kind to humor us and join us over on Rumble. I just posted the link to our Rumble stream in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, we got Mama Hoskins Basshole already over there on Rumble. So we will be shutting off YouTube before we continue and transitioning over to Rumble. Thank you guys so much for making the transition with us, and we will see you in a couple seconds. Alicia Savage is there too. All right. We're closing down YouTube. See you in a second, guys. Remove.